WWE Legends from the Territory Era Multipack. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a good one from Mattel Creations. We have WWE Legends from the Territory Era Multipack. Excited for this one. Now, this is pretty much before my time. I was around, but I was young. So we're talking mid-late 70s for these particular action figures. Now, I remember all these guys, especially Gorilla Monsoon, Muhammad Ali, and Harley Race. Now, I remember all of these guys, and I remember Harley Race wrestling. I remember Gorilla Monsoon being a commentator, and to me, he was the best of the best. He was my favorite commentator of all time in pro wrestling. Gorilla Monsoon, and it could have been with anybody. All the above. He stood out as one of the best. So they send you in this shipping package. You can see right there. I knew exactly what it was when it came in. So I was really excited, and I'm telling you, this went on for pre-order. It came up. I don't remember the exact date, but I will say 3 days later I got it in the mail. That's how fast this happened. So very, very quick getting this out, and this is the first time I've seen this. There you go. What's that look like? It's black and white. All right, looks good. And on this side we've got Superstar Billy Graham and Harley Race. On the other side we've got Muhammad Ali and Gorilla Monsoon, and now we added a little color, a little red up here, and it's Muhammad Ali, Gorilla Monsoon, pretty nice, and then Harley Race and Superstar Billy Graham over there. Now, I did not know a ton about Superstar Billy Graham. I knew quite a bit about Harley Race. Of course, everybody knows about Muhammad Ali, and I knew a little about Gorilla Monsoon. I knew a lot about his announcing, but a little about his career. So really, Superstar Billy Graham was the only one that I wasn't 100% sure. So I went on to, we subscribed to Peacock, which also carries WWE, and I watched a Superstar Billy Graham documentary, and it was pretty eye-opening. I mean, he was a pretty good guy, seemed like, and then he had some injuries, and then he got desperate, and he needed money, and he went after the WWE. Probably not the way he should have done it. He was really biting the hand that fed him, but in the end, it all worked out for him. So I'm excited to get this out. A really nice box here, and nothing's taped up, so we're just gonna pull it out. And what's inside of this box but another box? So we get 3 boxes with this. We have the shipping box, and then we have this box, and set them to the side, and now we have this box. Look at this. Look at that artwork there. Now this is kind of looking like probably the poster of when it went down, and we're looking at, let's see, 1976. So I was 3 years old when all this went down, and I have watched this on YouTube. And this match, kind of not really match, but Muhammad Ali jumped in the ring and started throwing punches at Gorilla Monsoon, and of course Gorilla Monsoon got him in the old fireman's carry, and spun him around and threw him across the ring. Great stuff, awesome stuff. I'm so glad that somebody like Gorilla Monsoon has that in his toolbox of highlights. So great for Gorilla Monsoon to have that against probably the greatest boxer in my opinion, to ever live was Muhammad Ali. Unbelievable boxer and a great person. But Gorilla Monsoon as well. So it does look like it might be kind of a poster of like an upcoming event. So really good, and check that out. And we're going to get, oh, I should show that because that's the one. Now let's read about this Muhammad Ali. It says 1976 wrestling, Wednesday, June 1st, main event, 8 o'clock p.m. The greatest goes toe-to-toe against Gorilla Monsoon. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Muhammad Ali versus Gorilla Monsoon, and these are going to be elite figures, so they're going to have the elite articulation, and it does have the FX for your facial sculpts. And down here we have tickets on sale at the door, general admission, and 8 and over. So we're looking at 1976 for that. And like I said right here, you have that on that side. Now we're going to turn our attention to the main event, in my opinion. This is the one. We have Billy Graham versus Harley Race. Two absolute superstars. Absolute superstars. Billy Graham, Harley Race. And here is that side of it. Looks so good. We have world title, unification match, champion versus champion, world heavyweight championship, superstar, 6'4", 275, from Paradise Valley, Arizona, which I have been to Paradise Valley. Haven't we been to Paradise Valley, Arizona? We went to go see your grandpa, my wife's father. And yes, we was. We was there.
Me?
Yep, he was there. You might have been a baby. Maybe you wasn't there. Maybe you wasn't born yet.
Yeah, no.
All right, and then first, handsome, 6'1", 253 from Kansas City, Missouri. January 25th, 1978, 8 p.m. So here I am, 5 years old. Do not remember that match live at all. 5 years old, I really wasn't into the wrestling yet. I was just getting started. These guys just missed me, especially Superstar Billy Graham, but I do remember Harley Race. He was on his towards the end of his career, and he wasn't such the superstar anymore, but he was still kicking butt in the ring a lot of times. And I can remember being a kid and not quite getting it. I wasn't at that point yet where I had no idea what the old wily veteran was. So nowadays, when I see Stone Cold Steve Austin come out, or The Undertaker come out on live TV right now, or a pay-per-view, I come unglued. But back then, sure, my dad was going crazy because Harley Race was coming out and winning King of the Ring and became King Harley Race. But anyways, that's what I remember. King Harley Race, like I said, on the end of his career, not one of my favorites, but as I've gotten older and started watching WWE Network, YouTube, watching the old videos of Harley Race, absolute stud. So that's where we're at, and this box is amazing. Man, I'm excited to get this out. Let's go for it. So it looks like this is just going to slide right up. Oh my gosh. On my side is the heavy hitters. On my side, I have Harley Race and Superstar Billy Graham with both belts. Oh my gosh. And on your side, I'm gonna get my first peek. I'm gonna look at this side first. These belts are unbelievable. Look at them belts, Jillian. What do you think of that? Now, I'm going to give you a shot of Harley Race and Superstar Billy Graham, and I'm going to take my first look at Muhammad Ali and Gorilla Monsoon. Now, I will say this, all four of these I've never had a figure of in any shape or size. All four of these are my first figures of all four of these characters. So there you go. Here comes the main event to you. Oh my God, look at Gorilla Monsoon. Look at Gorilla Monsoon. He looks great, don't he? Now this was towards the end of Gorilla Monsoon's career as well. But this is looking good. They are tied in. I can see ties on his wrists and on his chest here and his ankles, and all of them look like they're the same. So if you are a men on card guy, you'll want to get 2 of these so you can leave your ties on. But I'm probably only going to get this one, but I am going to get these guys out of these, I don't know, I guess little sculpted cases that they're in, and I will put them back in this sculpted case. But this is looking good. So I want to go with Gorilla Monsoon and Muhammad Ali first, because I think the main event is Superstar Billy Graham and Harley Race. So I'm going to get my scissors out here, and I've got to cut, without cutting Muhammad Ali's awesome looking shirt, these ties. So I think I have Muhammad Ali out and ready to, yes I do. Look at this. Now those ties did leave a little print on my Muhammad Ali on his suit jacket here, but I think that'll probably come out in time. But so this is, like I mentioned, my first Muhammad Ali figure. He has Dukes out of the box, so he does have Dukes. He's got a watch on there. Check that watch out. And he's got him at his sweet 1970s haircut that Muhammad Ali had. And I will say this face sculpt isn't the best. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. I would think it's kind of weak personally. Now I know this is, I'm used to seeing Muhammad Ali as an older gentleman, but here it's just something's off about it. It's not the Muhammad Ali I remember, but the jacket, it's a little bulky too. Now, if you ever watch the video, you'll see it was a really good fitting suit jacket that he had on, and he takes it off, and he takes his undershirt, his button-up shirt off, and he starts throwing feints to Gorilla Monsoon. But yeah, it's really bulky looking. I'm not 100% thrilled on this one. I'm totally glad that they gave it to us though. I would like to have a Muhammad Ali with his boxing gloves on, but not bad. Not a bad figure. We can go through articulation, although I'm not going to take his shirt off, though it is pretty well stitched, but like I said, really bulky. But his head's got a lot of movement. He's without taking this off, it's going to be hard to do articulation on him. So we'll just, let's see. He does have an ab crunch. He does have the single butterfly, I believe. Single butterfly. We have double jointed elbows. We have no hula hoop. Wait a minute. Yeah, no hula hoop waist, but it does rotate. Good splits and good straddles for Muhammad Ali. Now these are drop down hips, so you're going to get a lot of movement out of Muhammad Ali. We got double jointed pinless knees and ankles. Ankles they have movement, but they're not going to move a lot because of his 1970s pant cuff there. Not bad, but I'm going to guess that this is probably going to be the weakest one out of the bunch. But like I said, just that head sculpt just isn't hitting it for me. Just not there. Not quite there. Wrists, of course, are removable because we do have extra hands in here. So now we're going to try to cut out Gorilla Monsoon here. Again, like I said, I don't ever remember seeing Gorilla Monsoon wrestle. Ever in the ring. Except later in life, watching on YouTube or WWE Network or, like I said, Peacock. But Gorilla Monsoon, to me, is the best of the best. Was the best of the best when it came to commentate, WWE wrestling commentator. The man, absolute the man, and he worked with some of the greatest too, and I think he just made them the greatest, and this feels really good in the hand right here. Now, look at this. Gorilla Monsoon. Holy cow. I'm going to imagine at this time and date, what was the date on this? was 1976, so I'm going to guess Gorilla Monsoon's probably in his 40s here. 40s, maybe, nah, probably 50s. I'm not sure, but he had been wrestling for a long time. But here we go. Let's talk about articulation on him. Head movement, really good head movement. Looks down, looks up. Shoulders got that single butterfly in there. He does have an upper arm rotation, double jointed pinless elbows. Wrists go back and forth. No side to side really on his wrist. He does have gripping hands out of the box on this. Waist rotates all the way around. He does have a pretty decent ab crunch there. Pretty decent ab crunch. I'm going to set this out of the way there. He does have splits, and he does not have drop down hips like Muhammad Ali had. Upper, let's see, splits, little bit of straddles, not much there, but his leg does come up pretty good. But the back one is hindered by his backside there. Upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless, no pin knees. He does have pin knees, double jointed though. He does have these really big knee pads on, and he's got bad ankles. He's got that bad Mattel ankle, and unlike Muhammad Ali, which you probably would have thought he could, Gorilla Monsoon can pirouette. Yes, he can. But look how bad the ankles are. Ugh. Come on, Mattel. This looks awful like that, but they can do better. I know they can. He does have an upper boot cut, and he's got low boots on, not real high boots. There is a little bit of rock on that ankle too, not much. That's about it for articulation. Like I mentioned, these are elite collection, so you're going to get that elite articulation. But really good Gorilla Monsoon. So glad to have him in a collection. I will mention this though. Now this whole entire set, 4 elite figures, Mattel Creation, $80. $80. Now that, to me, is an absolute steal. Great. I mean, that's $20 a figure. There he is, Gorilla Monsoon, Muhammad Ali. I'm going to put Gorilla Monsoon well ahead of the Muhammad Ali figure. Not that it's an awful figure, but just I should take this coat off, and I think if I got this coat off, I might like it better. So there's those two. Now we have their extra hands. These are kind of hard to get out of here. This is absolutely the first case I've ever seen like this, but he does come with 2 open, semi-open hands, you know. There they are. This is Gorilla Monsoon's hands. That's his extra hands, and then we get 2 sets extra hands for Muhammad Ali. Now watching that little, it wasn't really a match. Monsoon was wrestling somebody else. I don't remember his name. To me, as Bobby Heenan would say, he was fighting a ham and egger. I never heard of the guy. But he threw him out of the ring. Muhammad Ali, I think Muhammad Ali was talking trash. He was in the front row, and of course he interfered. He had to get in the ring. He jumped in the ring, and make a long story short, Gorilla Monsoon put him in his place. So it was awesome. Now, real life, Muhammad Ali would have absolutely destroyed Gorilla Monsoon. So he comes out with 2 pointy fingers and 2 gripping hands, and like I mentioned, he has a fist out of the box. But I will tell you, that's what they come with. Another pointy finger and gripping hands. We're going to get right in to what I think is the main event. So let's go after, I'm going to go after Superstar Billy Graham first. Well, I should show that, I guess. Check that out. I do have a little damage up here. I don't think I did that, but a little damage up there. Looks like it got dropped or something. A little crease up on this corner. That's all right. Not too worried about it, but I'm going to get Superstar Billy Graham out first, because out of all these, as a wrestler, Harley Race is my favorite wrestler. Not of all time, of course. Hulk Hogan is the greatest of all time. If you don't think Hulk Hogan is the greatest of all time, leave in the comments who you think is the greatest of all time. It's probably going to come down with age. You know, when you was watching wrestling, most people, if you've never watched Superstar Billy Graham wrestle, like I didn't, of course, I'm probably not going to call him my favorite wrestler of all time. Now, I came up with Hulk Hogan. Here he is, and that's his pose out of the box. Look at that. Look at the arms on that guy. Holy cow. Superstar Billy Graham. Now, I do remember Billy Graham. I don't remember him wrestling. I remember him being a manager, and he had a totally bald head like mine and a big goatee, white down the middle, and I believe it was like blonde on the sides. But this is what he looked like when he was wrestling and was the champion of the world. Now, this is 1978, January 25th, so just into 1978. So I would have been 4 years old, going on 5. But man, this is good. I love this shirt, love the pants and the red boots, really blinging out. I'm excited about this because I just watched the documentary about Superstar Billy Graham, and I learned a lot about him. And there was a lot of guys on that documentary, wrestlers, talking about Superstar Billy Graham would have been one of the greatest of all time if he didn't hurt his knee. Now, he hurt his knee and he had to go on the shelf for a while, and they gave the belt to, I believe it was Harley Race, maybe. I can't remember who beat him. Maybe it was Bob Backlund. Maybe it was Bob Backlund took the belt. And Harley Race had to get his knee fixed, and when he came back, he just never was the same. And it was really unfortunate and pretty sad. He went down a road of taking steroids and drugs, and luckily he got out of it. He got himself cleaned up and made amends with the WWE and was put in the Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame, so and deservedly so, I believe. Now, there's probably some people that absolutely does not like Superstar Billy Graham, but I'm not one of those people. I didn't know enough about him to not like him. Now, it does paint a pretty bad picture about him in that documentary. He was in the documentary, so I'm sure he probably signed off with everything they said. So, and he did some pretty nasty things to the WWE. But he claims he was desperate, and sometimes as a human being you make mistakes, but he made amends, and he got back in good graces with WWE, and he was until his death. But Superstar Billy Graham, what a wrestler. I highly recommend that. Like I mentioned, we have Peacock, and you can watch all your wrestling on there. And so I highly recommend watching that Superstar Billy Graham documentary. I can't remember what it was called. Might have just been Superstar, but really good documentary. Now, this belt, look at the belt. Oh, that is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I'm hoping that it snaps better than most of our belts, though. So there it is. Go through articulation on him. Head doesn't look up a whole lot because of his hair back here. A little bit side to side, but looks down decently. This shirt is not a tearaway shirt, but it is really, really kind of flexy. So it shouldn't be hard to get off. The head is removable. Let's try to get this shirt off so we can talk about articulation on Superstar. So we got his shirt, his tie-dye shirt off. There it is. There's that tie-dye shirt. Really nice shirt. Let's pop his head back on. There we go. But look at that. Look at those chops coming around there. Looks good. So articulation, like I mentioned, down, side to side slightly, not up very much. Single butterfly, shoulders all the way around, upper arm all the way around, double jointed, pinless elbows, wrists back and forth. Hands are removable. And we do have extra hands for Superstar Billy Graham. A good ab crunch, really good ab crunch. Waist all the way around, no hula hoop. He does have great splits. Slight straddles. The back one don't go good. He does not have drop down hips, so Muhammad Ali is the only one with the drop down hips on this. He does have an upper thigh cut, double jointed pin knees, upper boot cut all the way around, and ankles pirouette. Superstar Billy Graham can pirouette. Do like this figure. I absolutely thought that I was going to like Superstar Billy Graham a lot better than Gorilla Monsoon. But I'm not so sure. I like Gorilla Monsoon so much as a commentator and as a human being that I'm kind of biased on it that I like it that much, and he's so big, so big. But I don't know, he's close. It's definitely close. But great figure. Great figure. Superstar Billy Graham. Alright, now this is the one I've been waiting for. This is Harley Race. Handsome Harley Race. So let's get him out. We're going to cut his ankles. Don't want to cut his robe. And waist. Should have. Oh man. Yeah. Yep. This is the one right here. I'm telling you, this is the one. King Harley Race. Now this is handsome Harley Race. This robe is unbelievable. Look at that. Oh baby. Golly, this is good. So he's got his world heavyweight championship belt too. So we'll pull that off. Look at that. Nice. Really nice. So we got 2 belts now. Right in this set. And man, Harley Race. This robe's unbelievable. Look at that. Race on the back. Red, white, and blue. It is tied. Just easily tied like that. Let's get this robe off. Let's see if we need to remove his hands. His hands are fists out of the box, so it should be able to come over. Look at that. Harley Race. Now, I did also watch a little bit of some documentaries on Harley Race, who is just a stud. Absolute stud. And I have a really good appreciation for this guy as a wrestler. Probably the most out of all of them as a wrestler. But, oh man. Look at that. He's even got his tattoos on there. Articulation, head. He's got good movement on his head. There's no long hair to hinder that movement. He's got single butterfly shoulders, and the shoulders go all the way around. Upper arm cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, wrists, back, forth, of course removable. We have more extra hands. We have an ab crunch, waist all the way around, splits, upper leg cut, upper thigh cut, no slight straddles. Again, we're hampered because of his back in there. Not drop down hips, double jointed pin knees, upper boot cut, ankles Yes, Harley Race. Of course, he can pirouette. He's one of the greatest of all time. Now, is he on my my all-time greatest list? He's up there. I would say he's probably top 10, top 15, I think. But as a figure, this is unbelievable. Absolutely love this figure. Got the blue trunks on, black boots, blue knee pads. Like I mentioned, his tattoos on both arms. His hair, I love his hair. That's the kind of hair I had when I was a kid. Yep, just like that. Of course, I was a kid. I wasn't growing that sweet beard he's got going there. Could not grow that. But man, really good character. Liked Harley Race a lot. And like I mentioned, I do remember Harley Race wrestling towards the end of his career. So, absolute great set. I would 100% recommend this set just because you get, not just because, but one of the big reasons, $80 and you get 4 elite wrestlers, 4 elite figures out of this. So really good. I will take the time here and do a little ranking, and man, I had dead set on my mind where they was going to be, but I think things might have changed. I think I'm going to go, let's see, Harley Race first. I can't believe I'm doing it, but I'm going to go Gorilla Monsoon second. Now he does come, Superstar comes with that belt and that shirt, so it's hard. It's hard. With the belt and the shirt, I'm going to say Harley or Superstar is probably ahead of him because of that belt and that shirt. And I forgot to mention, he does also have sunglasses. Let's see if I can get these on. There you go. Sunglasses also. So he's got a lot of accessories with him. So with the accessories, I'm going to put him right here. Now, if we're just going figures, I'm going to put Gorilla Monsoon. But I've got to use everything. So, and then bringing up the rear is going to be Muhammad Ali. He's way over here. These guys are right here. He's way over here. Not impressed with the Muhammad Ali. The face sculpt is what's really doing it for me, and the bulky jacket. I would still say that this definitely is worth $80 because you're talking, like I mentioned, 4 elite wrestlers and all day long Harley Race. Number 1, robe, belt. Number 2, we're talking Superstar Billy Graham. Number 3, the greatest commentator of all time in WWE, Gorilla Monsoon. And the greatest boxer of all time, Muhammad Ali. Great set. Glad to have it in my collection. And I think that's going to be it. But go out, 2 thumbs up, get this set. Highly recommend. Till next time. Oh, yeah.